What's going on, guys? It's Solo the Prodigy. I'm 17. I'm a musician, entrepreneur, videographer, editor, engineer, apparently a country singer. I do a bunch of different stuff. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm actually here on a business trip with my dad doing the videography. And yeah, I run that business with him. We do a couple different things. Like I said, we do the video, we do the editing, but we're trying to branch out and turn into more of a social media marketing agency. First thing I saw was that big TV. They got like a Jumbotron, like 200-inch Jumbotron. It's got split screens. Yeah. I also, as you can see, I like the bowling alley. You know what I'm talking about? That's one of my favorite things. I think that's a cool addition. Chris Davis is a mastermind. He's a genius, and he knows how to take control of a room. Is one thing that I will say. With every single person, he definitely tries to like get that individual like out of you. You know, what do you need from the situation? Okay, I'm trying to bring that to the forefront. Like very like rigorous systems, you know? If you got only so much time, you gotta do so much in this amount of time. Yeah, definitely a change in directions with the education side of things, and I love it because that just makes it all the much more valuable. You know me, I'm 17. I just graduated high school. I don't really work a job. I'm not going to college or anything like that, but I am planning on doing the music and the business side of things. So for me, the education side of this all makes it that much more worth the while, because why do I need to go to college when I'm getting hands-on in-field work experience? This is actually that valuable. Like, I'm learning this much, and a lot of the stuff I was kind of familiar with. But regardless, the connections he has and the places that he's been just gets, everybody thinks different. He has a whole completely different insight on even the stuff that I do know. When I first was, seeing class and everything, he was kind of like, you could tell he was like kind of like people in the scene. Now he's like a little bit more quiet. Especially in the session that I did today, I really got the more like fun side of him. He started dancing and hitting his little move. And well, first of all, he knows how to make some hard beats. That's my favorite part. He's sitting there on the engineer side of things. I could tell he's like ready to like mix the song, get the delays on there. In contrast, Davis was like trying to move intentionally fast and like have things rough so we could, send it out, get it 65-75% of the way there. The team that I got put with the whole time was a God Squad. I knew some of them from the last time, which definitely helped. I had a little bit of each different palette. I had the R&B singers with Filet, Chris Airy. I had me and Jules on the, from Detroit on the rap stuff. Mozart, who gave, us the beats. We made some hits to his beats. B-Me, she was turning up. She got her hits too, for sure, with the pop rap. Definitely had a lot of chemistry, and we were bouncing off each other like crazy. Oh no, Superman, they cool. They super cool. They super like mad chill. Don't get it twisted though. They're about their business. Even though they're not as like hands-on with like the music stuff. So like, you're in the studio, you're doing your thing, and then it's like, oh yeah, what's up, Ono? They're still super funny. They're cracking jokes with you the whole time. Superman's on his DJ stuff, inviting people to watch movies, and like the whole time they're creating the vibe as well, just in a bit of a different way. Thank you, Ono. Thank you, Superman. I wouldn't be here without you guys, quite frankly. One thing that I will say could help the camp, I think having a designated like producer section, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's producers that come out. There's a good like few this time. Or like just having one dude, like a special guest, come in for a day and do like a 2-hour, like, okay, this is how you cook this way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to learn how to make country? Well, these are the instruments you need, Producers are half the track, and they need some love too. First things first, I'm gonna say Chris Leonard, I'm a new, huge fan, huge fan. You can do everything. Continued love for Chris Airy, godsend. Jules getting better and better every single time I hear her rap. Of course, I love my boy Bilo. Deja Real. Davari was doing his thing. Shout out Vari for copping the video with us. I like Aura. She was popping songs off like all day. Same with Chris Leonard. They was like literally just freestyling, and it was like Filet actually took an incredible lead role. He was engineering like some of even the producer sessions and stuff like that. Shout out Filet. I'm sorry if I missed you, but there are tons of people that literally, like, this is their first time being in a studio session at all. There are people that have like never tried this. You know, obviously I like myself. I'm trying country music and I'm trying like more Afrobeat stuff, and I'm like doing all these different things. So I think everybody deserves some respect. But yeah, those are the ones that are sticking out in my head right now. I know for a fact that I made a few that are going to a few places. I made some bangers. Even if they don't go anywhere, I made some bangers. I experimented and I got in my bag and I intentionally was goofy and I tried different things with my voice and it worked out like to a T. I feel like this is like where I belong. I love this environment, and of course, I will definitely be back to another creative content camp. I promise you, I'll be back. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere, Facebook, under Solo the Prodigy, 3 words. Spotify, Apple Music, I'm on all distribution platforms. Shout out Rock Nation. You can find the work that I've done for my business ventures at The Architects with 2 X's. And that's on Instagram, Facebook, you know, all that. Also, be on the lookout for Media Cheat Code. And once again, my name is Solo the Prodigy, and I'm out, baby. CCZ.